Hopefully everything is working. Let me make sure our settings is all correct. We're coming back out here to do some Insectivore gathering because there's going to be a nice little update to the price tomorrow, and I really think we can really make some money. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything ready to go. Make sure I have everything all buffed up, all of my gear and all. I'm not really going out to have a certain select number. I'm just going out and I'm gathering. I'm just kind of curious on how much money we'll be able to make with the price in mind. I think, yeah, we'll do this one. Yeah. It doesn't really matter which one I go for, the sap or the powder. The price is being increased from whatever they are to a baseline of 200k. So the goal here is going to be trying to get as many as I can, and I'm going to store them up and wait for tomorrow and find out just how much I'll make. I do apologize about the sound of the AC in the background. It's kind of a hot day, but we have thunderstorms coming, so woohoo. Alright. To give you guys an idea, so far, the price of these are 84k a pop, but tomorrow after the update, they should be 200k. And if the videolytics calculations are correct, if I can get at least 10k, that should be 1 point something bill I can make just tomorrow if I save them and don't sell them, and, you know, everyone didn't, like, already flood the market. But I don't really think anyone's gonna bother coming out here just because it's not like going out and gathering the maple or going out and gathering like the other readily available materials. You have to really search around for them, and there's only a handful. I have my Agris enabled. We have the mini games. I'm going to try to increase how many we get in such a short time. Hopefully it'll work. Hopefully we'll make some money, but I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend in Black Desert, or your week. Oh, the start of your week. My bad, I forgot. We're on Wednesday. I lose track of days. And apparently where to gather these things too. Oh, and as for the seals, we are 44. I'm thinking about either getting the maid or getting the rest of the tokens for our premium costume to break down into crons to go ahead and do more tapping. And because you guys know me, I've been out there gathering all of my materials and I have extras and stacks on stacks on stacks. I decided to go ahead and start crafting up my alt's gear. So currently we have a base Prion necklace and a belt for my wizard. I'm going to replace his ring and then slowly replace these ones to go ahead and cycle them off. I'm just solely focusing on getting the base Prion for the extra experience when I'm using them. I don't really care for trying to boost up their mastery just yet. It's all about, if I'm going to be on my alt, I kind of want to, you know, get the extra experience for, you know, being on them. At least that, if I'm not going to be able to get the mastery, like, on my main, because, like, say you're out there gathering and you happen to use all your maids and you need to switch off to an alt because they have more energy. Oh, now you have to run back to the storage, put your shit into the storage, go onto the alt, go to the storage, get all, like, everything out of the storage. Just, like, way too much time. Or you're waiting for the maids to go ahead and renew, and it's like, yeah, I'm still waiting around. Yeah, Luke. And welcome back. Yeah, we're out here. We're gonna gather some up and keep them stocked up for tomorrow after the price increases. I'm hoping to at least make 1.2 bill. If not, that's fine. I know I'm gonna make at least over 500 mil come tomorrow. Not today. Like, we're not selling them today. If you sell them today, you're going to make an extremely high loss. I just have to remember where exactly they are because they're in a certain little pattern. Oh, I gotta look at my map. It would help if I pay attention to my mini-map. Okay, here. Go up this path here. Turn. And there should be... I thought there should be one up here. Apparently not. Okay. Hate gathering for the fucking Insectivore. That's why I really don't think anyone's going to be, like, out here and fighting for the little Insectivore plants. There they are. They're hard to find. You know, people will mainly be out here for maybe the grinding or the fir trees that are extremely populated here. They're densely populated, I should say. Proper English. Okay, where are you? Where are you? Oh, and I happened to re-roll one of my fairy skills. I'm not exactly sure why, but I have a feeling it's because of one of the updates that we got. Let me take a look at the update that changed around the traps, I want to say. It might be... It might be during this one. I have to find it. Like, bear with me here. Yeah, I think it's because they went ahead and updated these traps here, but I'm not exactly sure. Or it could be the fact that no one's going out and gathering any of the materials and, you know, it's kind of used for the Node Wars. PvP. I'm not exactly sure. But I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to come out here and be a little sheep and gather everything that I can to go ahead and sell it off tomorrow when we finally get our update. That's why I have the minigame. Wrong one. Let's go ahead and change to my other guild channel and continue going. Back then, when you had craft traps for the adventure log, you meant to kill the plants around, not going to have the chance to loot the process. Oh yeah, I tried that once, and then I quickly got on Google and found a quicker method, which is why we're here. Like, apparently it's the quickest method, and I have not found any other place that has the Insectivore to go ahead and try our luck or anything, so this is going to be the only spot to my knowledge. Which is fine. It's a little annoying, but once you get a hang of, like, where all the plants are, it gets a little bit easier. I'm thinking I can come home with probably... I'm thinking 5K. Yeah, probably 5K in an hour. If that. I'm shooting for the moon. It's just really hard to find these fuckers sometimes. Alright, where? Yeah, right over there. I ran right past it. Like, you're in my way. Gotta remember where I am. Luckily, there is a nice amount to get a decent stack. Like I said, it's not going to be as much as like going out and gathering the trees and shit, being able to get the 10k, 20k, maybe 30k if you're like really trying to be like sweaty as shit. But it should be enough to get at least 1 or 2k, hopefully an hour. Which is still a pretty decent chunk of change after the update tomorrow. I think that's like 170 mil if you have the value pack with the max life fame or family fame. I had to do the calculations yesterday or earlier today, which is why I'm out here doing this instead of going out and gathering for the materials to do any more of my like alchemy or my worker empire, which I got a whole nother worker or workshop over here in Valencia. So now I am making the red crystal, mud, green, black, palm, steel, serendia, balanos, and the thorn timber crate, which is not too bad. That's just over there, and then we have all the other workshops and everything that I have still processing and pumping out things. And now I got Kepler restarted with pumping out their brass, bronze, and the copper again, trying to slowly dwindle out all of these materials that I've been slowly stockpiling over the years. I might as well, right? Already gathered that one. One here. One up there. And then over here. Hopefully my mini game will go. Oh man, the thunder's already fucking starting. Alright, I believe in my Wi-Fi. I believe that we can continue doing this. We're at 972 so far. So yeah, we should be able to go ahead and at least get 2 or 3k an hour if we push our luck and we can get the minigame to proc a little bit more. And as usual, we are going out with a current 2.4. Yeah, okay. 2.4. I had to make sure I wasn't doing anything else. Yeah, I think after I do the Insectivore gathering, if we still have time, I might craft up a couple of Manos accessories to go ahead and try to tap. I got to get one ring. One Tri-Manos ring. That's all I'm really trying for. If I get more than one, cool, great. I can get my other alts geared up and shit, but like mainly I'm just trying to go for the Tri-Manos for my alts. And I know it'd be a lot easier to just switch off all your gear and use the 12 maids or run to the storage and all that, but it'd also be a lot easier to not have to do any of that and just log in and do what you have to do too. So I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're not willing to do all the work and all, like, to make your life convenient in the long run, like, sure, yeah, like, use the same gear and switch off. I just, personally, I happen to always cycle through a lot of my maids, and I don't have the ability to switch off the gear whenever I kind of need it. And I know I should be using my bags and all for my just to switch off my gear and all, but you can't switch the bag with the gear in it. You have to take the gear out and switch the bag and all the gear and everything, and it kind of defeats the point. Like, I should be able to move everything that's in the bag when it's in the bag, like, not separately from the bag and then move the bag. Like, I get it, like, it's supposed to go ahead and conserve the slots and everything in your inventory, but I should be able to use my maid to transfer it over to an alt or anything just by right-clicking it. You would think. So yeah, bags are great and all, it's just you can't exactly move them. Oops. Hold on, I will answer you once I figure out what I'm doing wrong. The gem frags from gathering those, I don't think so. I have not gotten any. I've only gotten the event seals and the trace of nature, I want to say. So yeah, that's all I've gotten so far. Like, no, there's no money to be had with the materials, like the enhancing materials alone, but it's just straight money making. Like the material, which I guess I can go ahead and get past. I'm printing out money. It's not like I'm really doing much of anything, you know? Ooh, not that one. And I think that's the real saving grace. You don't have to process it. You don't have to do anything extra. There's no alchemy involved. I mean, obviously, you can go ahead and send it into the workshop to make into a trap or whatever the fuck you want, but, like, you're not doing anything else. You're just going out, you're gathering it, and you can sell it. You know, that's a lot better than having to level up your processing or your alchemy or your cooking or having to do all of that. And then having the gear for it, like, that's another thing. Which way, which way, which way? That's right, we started over here, which means we have to go down here. Yeah, and as you can see, no one really likes going out and gathering for it. Like, at this current moment in time, you make more money taking a shit AFK fishing. So, I'm hoping tomorrow after the changes, it'll go ahead and incentivize people to go ahead and go out there and gather for it more, or, you know, even encourage me to go out there and gather for it more now that I, you know, the prices might be worth it, but it all depends on, you know, once the price gets increased, the demand. Maybe go active fishing. I don't know. I've been on a kick here. I've been on a kick so far. We almost have the materials together to make another alt there, Prion gear. What's up? How you doing? By the way, let me show you my current project. I'm just going ahead and using all of the materials that I've gathered throughout the week, the black gem fragments and everything, and the metal solvents, and just crafting up the manas, tapping them up, and if they go try, I can go ahead and convert them over to the Prion and throw it on to my little, what's it called, my alt. Once I get done doing that, I will switch this off to my fishing alt, have his gear all built up, and then when I'm ready, I can go ahead and build up his Prion, move that over to another alt, and keep going like that. You know, no skin off my main shoulders, and I can just, if I have the extra materials, I can tap it. I don't have to worry about buying any of the crons. I don't have to worry about buying any of the materials. We're out here, we're doing our gathering, and hopefully the thunderstorm out there does not knock out my internet, but, you know, easy way. And yeah, that is a fucking dream. I wish. I don't know, I have to get my mastery up more before I start thinking that I can start making that type of money actively. But you never know, though. You never know. You can get lucky and get that one prize fish that you've been trying for within the first, like, 2 or 3 reels or whatever. I mean, it may not be you, but there's someone out there that can do some shit like that, right? Oh, you get the triple float rods and you're set. Oh, and I'm also getting the triple float rods together to go ahead and get my active fishing done. And that's another thing that I've been doing, Mal. Like, I don't want to go out there with, like, say, this rod or that rod when I'm trying to go for the prize fish. Like, maybe if I'm going for or using the Etheria rod after the triple floats, but I want to at least start out with the triple and increase my odds right then and there, and then like have to resort to using something lesser. I got a little confused on where I was going. Exactly. Exactly. So I have to wait a couple days for the quest to go ahead and renew. Once I do that, I will probably take the weekly and the 3-day daily. Get the, what's that, like 7 rods there, and I can probably start my active fishing. I wouldn't want that. As much as I love, yeah, I would not want that. Keep the triple floats, give me a reason to go out there and do some like active fishing or like AFK fishing if you choose, whichever one. Just don't dumb it down even more. Like, I don't want it. Like, I love my active play. Like, I like it. Don't diminish it. Why are you barking? Okay, I think I have to go on this side now. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, all of these ones over here. Yeah, a mastery float, I would take that. I would take that, even if it only increases it up by like, oh fuck, like 5%, like 5% on your prize rate, or even like a 3% cap rate on your prize. As long as it increases the prize catch rate percentage, like, I don't care. Like, I would take that. Like, sign me the fuck up. It doesn't even have to include mastery, just the prize rate or something. Like, at this point, they're going to include so many items that the 3K mastery cap is going to look like shit, and there's going to be no reward for even going over the 3K mastery. Like, I kind of want incentive to build my Lifeskilling gear. Like, something. I hope they deal with harpooning. Like, give me a reason to go out there and harpoon. There's a whole part of fishing that has yet to be touched. Fuck the fishing rods and shit now. Like, give me harpoon fishing. Like, that's something that I really want to go ahead and see them, you know, touch base on. I'm still looking forward to the active trading too. Yeah, I remember when they said that 2 years ago. Oh, I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm really gonna fuck it up. Oop. I got lucky there. I have to go back out there and get my ghost whale. I used to be on the chart. I don't think I am anymore. Not since they updated the size of the fish and shit. Well, I mean, I kind of need the mini. Oh, the harpooning. Yeah, no, my main gripe with harpooning is the overabundance of the green grade fish that we have the chance of getting. Like, if I am going out of my way, and it should have been end game fishing, like, why are there an overabundance of the fucking like green grade? Like, why is that 80% of the fucking like loot table? And it's not like the other like active fishing where you get to go ahead and I can raise the rate of this or I can raise the rate of that. Nah, it's like you get fucked. You know, you get what you get. I don't like that. Like, I hate that. And then the values of everything does not really make it worthwhile to have to be active. Like, they make it a lot easier and more valuable to be AFK than it is to be active. I mean, shit, I remember the days when the ghost whale was like the prize, like the end game, like that's what the fishing community wanted to do. And if you didn't find one, then do you even fish, bro? Such were the days. Go ahead and change channels and we'll continue. We're not even 30 minutes in. We will check to see how many of the powders we have. But like I said, 10K should get us a good amount of money tomorrow. Let me look over here on the BDalytics calculator, the tax calculator. Over here on NA. Well, I guess it really wouldn't fucking matter. I'm just putting one solid price in here. All right, market, tax calculator. So to go ahead and put in 200K, and that's per one. So that's like 170.9 at my family fame with the value pack enabled. But we're gonna go ahead and go for 10K. If we go for 10K after the update tomorrow, like I said, it should be 1,709,500K. Okay, yeah, no, it's not too bad. That's after tax. Yep, that's after the tax and everything. Okay. It could be interesting. They can occasionally add more fish, make a minigame, or like I don't know if you were here for the little pufferfish active fishing event that they had. You know, include more events like that. That was fun. Like, just, I don't know, they can do something with the hotspots. They can do something with the harpoon fishing. There's a lot of different things that they can still touch on with all of the old content that they have yet to still touch on. And that's just the older content. That's none of the newer things that they've come out and updated. You know, that's just touching on the shit that they have yet to touch on still to this date. What hotspots got updated once, and that was for the little quest, the mystery quest back in like 2018 or 19 or whatever. Like, well, we got some sharps from that, but other than that, like like, let's get some love on the things that have not been touched yet. They're fucking up. Might as well come over here and gather this before I forget them. I always happen to do that. Yeah, should be everything over there, and I can continue going up. Start over here on this side. True. I mean, there are so many things that they can go ahead and do without actually breaking the game. So many things. It's just, will they do it? The only thing I'm really hoping towards for the ball is going to be like the extra crons and another hammer or something. That's all I can really look forward to anymore. Triple mold pull tomorrow. I keep trying. I keep failing. I'm gonna try out planting the truffle tomorrow. Or possibly today. I can easily switch over to my alt. I would just have to grab my farmer's clothes because I'm still currently fucking making them. And they're failing miserably. I made 189 of the farmer's clothes and got 2 of them to +3. Be your first ball? Oh, buddy, I'm so sorry. You know, if it was like, if the balls were like really, oh my god, it's so amazing, like they used to be, I'd be like, hell yeah, buddy, let's go. +1, sign me the fuck up. But I kind of know what I'm like getting myself into. You know, when you join a cult and every month they have a annual meeting, or every year they have their little annual ball and you must attend, and they go ahead and promise like the world to you while also telling you how horrible you did as a player base, and they're going to shove their wrists so far up your ass it makes you feel like Kermit the Frog. That's kind of what the balls feel like anymore. And I know they're trying. There's like no shade on them or anything. It's just whenever they come out and they talk about a feature or anything, they just never deliver. Like the last ball that they told us that we're going to be getting our active trading in the future when they can figure out how to get it to work. Well, I guess they never figured out how to get it to work. What? It's like there's always something that is usually like... yeah. Famous quote. I swear it's not a cult. But yeah, like, I used to go into the balls and it used to be fun, and then more and more they just stopped coming out with features, and more like when they did come out with a feature that they brought up during the ball, it was like well after the fact, or well after their little roadmap, and the feature sucks so fucking bad that they have to remove it again, and or we're stuck with it and we complain about it to the point where they go ahead and change it later on. Like, the only thing I can count on is a hammer. You know, I can count on the fucking hammer time and some fucking fails. Hoorah. No, I don't think so. I think they announced that like randomly. Like, hey, by the way, guys, this is what we're thinking about doing. Yeah, no, the last ball... Oh, man. I think the last one was a Calpheon. Yeah, no, the dragon was announced for... Oh, well, during the ball, but they didn't come out with that for a very, very long time. And I refused to open my box and use it. Like, I still have that shit. But yeah, they were supposed to come out with this little Duskwing thing, like, what, a couple months after the ball, and it took a year and a half, maybe. Switching. You know, active trading kind of came out and bombed. Soul kind of had less and less of the life-skilling materials than Land of the Morning Light did, so in comparison it kind of fucking blew, and it was mainly all about the little bosses and the Royal Workshop, which was a bandage for the lack of the active trading. You know, like, hey, here's a consolation prize, you know, here's your little ribbon, thanks for showing up. That's why I don't get excited for them, and maybe I'll watch them, or maybe I'll catch the cliff notes. Like, maybe you'll catch me in the live stream, but usually it's just, ugh. That's fine. I don't have any incentive to really pop the shit. Everyone was all excited for it, but I just don't really care for it, you know? I'm still waiting for the blood unification and the meat unification. I'm waiting for those ones. Those would be nice. And the stackable seeds, that'd be great. Oh, and the unification of the seeds too. That'd be great. I don't think that's coming anymore. How many years has it been? Like, oh, man. For your fishing? I'm about to hit Guru 16 on my gathering. And how many of the fucking seals have I gotten? Not enough. Alright. Hell yeah. I need to get started on my fishing. I've been trying to do the fishing contest, but your boy's been failing miserably. I'm only ranked 33 over here on NA. Oh, yeah, Lovely. They were supposed to do that like last year or the year before that. So at some point, I forgot when. I'd have to look up the announcement. Ouch. It's like when they put up the Migaloo over here on NA, like, I'm not bothering. I already know the odds of trying to go for it. Or like when they did the Pink Dolphin. Like, yeah, of course, I'm not going to be able to get that shit. Is someone already here? Or did I already gather those? I think I already gathered those. Yeah. I'm just like getting fucking sidetracked with the talking. That's why I'd rather go live and do the gathering, because I can go ahead and zone out, talk to you guys, and just gather stacks on stacks. Not really have to worry about shit. We are at 3.4k and we're at 37 minutes, which isn't too bad. And like I said, I don't have to do anything extra with it. I don't have to like do any type of processing, no alchemy, no cooking, nothing. I can just go ahead, list it up, and sell it off. I don't... Anyone that needs to do their crafting and everything with it, they can go ahead and do their crafting. I am just being the supplier. I'm just hoping the demand doesn't get like jacked tomorrow. Like, I really hope tomorrow that prices don't get jacked, which is why I'm trying to go ahead and list up everything as soon as the patch goes live. I think my wife is opening tomorrow, so I might be able to go ahead and be up early enough to go ahead and sell all my materials before the market crashes, if it's going to crash. But again, I don't think anyone's going to bother coming out here with just how annoying it is to attempt to gather for it. I mean, the shit is really annoying. It's better than going out there to glitch, but still, like, annoying as fuck. Do what I can, Stan. I do what I can. I have to waste the time so that you guys don't have to. Think over here and we can switch our channels. Yep. 10k. 10k tomorrow will be 1.7 bill. I don't care what anyone says. 1.7 fucking bill. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take the time out. I might even pop an energy thing just to go ahead and increase how much I can gather. It's an extra way to get the event seals while also, you know, making the money for tomorrow. If I get the 70, I can go and get the crons to do more tapping on my main, or I can go ahead and get the maid to, I don't know, increase how much materials I can transport every half hour. Either way I look at it, it helps out for my my life skilling. I forgot I had to go ahead and clear out my storage, which is another thing that I wanted to go ahead and tell you guys about. Okay. So I got all of my extra gear moved out and placed onto all of my alts, got all of my alchemy stones moved out, because what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on moving all of my trade goods over here to Arahaza and just keeping them there. I'm gonna use an alt to go ahead and I guess use my my hash to move all of the goods from Valencia to Arahaza, and then, you know, have that chilling there waiting until I want to go ahead and trade it out, like anything from over here in the Land of the Morning Light. I have to get them started again. Not sad. Yeah, like the tiger flower, I'm gonna go ahead and get that being traded out to Arahaza. I'm just getting a alt running over there, getting it transported over. I'm stacking it up and whatever else I needed traded out over there, which I don't think there's gonna be much, but just in case. Like, I can even move over any of the cook boxes. Don't think I will, but I could even do that if I wanted to. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, skiddly dude, cuckoo fucking chew. I'm gonna lose this. Oh god. Why didn't I pay attention? Like, why didn't I pay attention? It's like when they ask you something about geology or geography or history. Like, why didn't I pay attention in school? Alright, so I think I'll gather up to the 4K and I will throw it into the central market to give you guys an idea of what it is right now, to show you guys why you should not sell anything off until tomorrow once the price gets updated, because it'll be a huge fucking loss if you go ahead and sell off everything that you've made or you've gathered out here today. No, that's fucking called panicking, man. It's panic right there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 95.8. I keep forgetting. I don't bother looking at it because I know how long it takes to earn the experience. Why am I gathering this? Because tomorrow the prices are going to be increased to at least 200k a pop. And if you do the calculations over here on the market tax calculator on Videolytics for a stack of 10k tomorrow after the update, it is, if you have the value pack and the highest family fame, 1.7 billion. Or if you don't have the value pack, that is 1.3 bill. If you have the lowest family fame, that's still 1.3 bill. If you have the merchant ring, that's still, and the value pack, that's 1.7 still. You get the idea. And right now, currently, as we speak, I think they're going for 90k. The powder's going for 90k over here on NA. And unfortunately, here we go. Unfortunately, at the moment, the 10k will only make about 76 mil. So if you wait until after the update, you should be able to go ahead and make 10 times the amount than what you're going to make here. Let me go ahead and, yeah, no, we have to get the 4K and I will give you the example. Let me go ahead and drop it down. So it should be 30.7K after tax, 36 flat with the before. Are they gonna give out another pen? Probably. It wouldn't shock me. Oh yeah, Lord. Thank you, I appreciate it. I do what I can. I'm glad I can help. The powder's used for making traps, if I'm not mistaken. Oh man, what workshop is it? Alpheon, I think. I might be able to find it in Calpheon. Let's see, weapon, siege weapon. Yeah, if you go into here, you can see they need the gunpowder, herbal gunpowder, blah, blah, blah. And to make the herbal gunpowder, you need the Insectivore. I think I can find it in the crafting notes to give you a further in-depth. Yeah, so you can go ahead and craft up the Insectivore powder and the powder of darkness into the herbal gunpowder, or the Insectivore sap and the Amida mushroom into the Insectivore or the herbal poison. That's basically all it's used for PvP. And that's why I'm out here gathering for it. And like tomorrow, once they update the prices and all, I should be able to make bank. And that's if I don't sell anything that I make here today. I have no idea if this is included on Turkish servers or whatever. If it's on the EU, then yeah, it would be. I don't see why it would be like... It's not like the console or mobile where they get their own updates. It's just, are you going to get the update tonight or tomorrow in the morning? Yeah, whichever one. Will gunpowder get the price increase too? No, not that I know of. Only the Insectivore powder and the sap is getting an increase. Unless it comes out on the global labs, I'm not going to have any idea. But like I said, here's just an idea of what this will make currently. And like, it's okay for now. It's just... that's getting an increase by 200k. So you can imagine what that is. But that's why I'm coming out here and gathering for it. I mean, right now, like, currently, I can make a decent amount of money, but if I hold off and I wait, and I don't try to instantly, like, liquidate everything, I can make just a little bit more, and I don't have to min-max or anything. I can literally just pause, and, okay, update, resume. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. I'm just waiting for it. Over here. Right there. At this point, it doesn't matter. Well, okay. Let me pause real fast. If you're trying to just sell off the money right now and take the loss, the more valuable one would be the powder. The sap will make you less money. I'm gonna have to change channels. I will go ahead and demonstrate the prices, but the sap currently will make you less money than what the powder will. After tomorrow, they will be the exact same 200k. I'm not sure if they're talking about that's going to be the starting, the max, or whatever. Just that's what the price is being increased to. I guess we have to wait for them to come out and let us know if there's going to be a cap on the price, or if, you know, we're going to be able to go ahead and play with it. But as you can see, doing the fluid collecting, 44.5. And if you look at the powder is going for 84 straight. Well, I guess 90 over here on NA. But we're not doing the fluid collecting. Like, after tomorrow, it's not really going to matter, but right now, currently, we're going to stick on getting the powder because that's the best tool that I have for it. My fluid collector isn't tapped up yet, but my hoe is. Where the did you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Right here, and then the other one's over there. Ooh, nope. And in 10 minutes, we will put the whole entire amount that we have on our bag into the central market, and we will find out how much we made for the hour. Because I decided to go ahead and continue our Life with Shai series, where I show you guys how to go ahead and make money for doing absolutely nothing or doing absolutely everything to barely scrape out a measly little couple hundred mil. Whichever one happens first, you know? Doing everything that I can to waste the time so that you guys do not have to. If there's a 50% life skill event ongoing, I'm not seeing anything about any type of event. No, there is not. But there is an ongoing mob grinding, fishing, and gathering event where you collect the seals, and the seals can be turned in for these random rewards right here. Like, oh, tomorrow? I don't know. I haven't checked to see what the C community is talking about. Normally they'll get their update before we do, and we can go ahead and see, like, okay, this event is ongoing, this one, go ahead and get prepped up like this. But until I check over there on, like, any of the like C fans or anything like that, I'm not really gonna know. Hell yeah. I don't even know if the update has gone live for them yet. Oh no! Couldn't find where I was. I've been getting my mob grinding alts all figured out too. So we have, I mean, basic gear, but it's alright. It's alright. We got my scholar. I'm gonna go throw her over there in Psychra or probably Prodi. But I had to throw all of my I had to throw all of my extra gear into the tune so I can go ahead and figure out, like, what the fuck I was doing. So all of my gearless tunes that I originally had now at least have something to go ahead and be like, yeah, they do. One of the regions has auto fishing is back for them. What do you mean, like the oh, the dragon? So they only did the pearl shop, nothing like really event wise. Like, we're continuing to do the whole gathering item drop rate, or the gathering, fishing, and the mob grinding for the event seal shit. I mean, the dragon is pretty big. Okay. Yeah, it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me at all. I mean, we still have a lot of the seals. It's not like they had a smaller amount on the, you know, top ones and shit like that. Like, yeah, I can see us going for another week or two just for this event here. Yeah, that that dragon pet, like, yeah, it's completely fucking worth it. Where are you? Yeah, that pet's completely fucking worth it. Even if you're just going out there and you're doing the gathering, like, if you are not trying to power level your gathering, having the extra durability reduction on all of your tools, oh yeah, you can stay out there, you can gather for a lot longer. Pop that bitch out for your hunting. Oop, guess you're hunting for a lot longer. yeah, if you get the damage reduction and say like the fishing in my case, you know, for him, you know, that still applies to every single little thing. If you have your tool branded, boom, that increases that even further. You know, you have your little Creo carrier thingy there, boom, that's even more. You know, all of it still counts for any of the tools or anything. Oh yeah, it's always been like that. They removed the 2 crystals we had, but hey, at least I got a carrier that'll go ahead and do the same exact thing. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. You know, just straight durability resistance on, you know, the little minor parts that I can, and, you know, I'll have my Hedgie out here on my leader, and, you know, have that dragon out there in the background just chilling. Yeah, I need one more pet. I need one more. Well, technically I need like 2 more, but yeah, I can deal with the one. Give me a crab or another fucking turtle. I'll take the turtle. Do I have to change channels again? I think I do. Yeah, 6 minutes or 4 minutes left on this hour. And I'm really thinking I have to change channels, which is fine. Just double checking. Don't worry, dead guys. I'm just here to take your Venus flytraps. In my culture, we grind it down and we smoke it. Okay, we're done. And you're done. Change channels and continue. Yeah, something simple. Can't find the patch notes. Translate. I wish they would have the events that are upcoming on the Glab. That would be nice. Oh yeah, also with the price increases and shit like that, we are also getting an increase on, let me just go ahead and bring this over here so I can just show you guys the global lab if you guys were not aware of what is coming out tomorrow. Let's go ahead, get this set up. Bear with me, I swear this is working out better in my head. All right, so if we're taking a look, tomorrow, once the patch goes live, we're getting an increase on all of these items here. So if you take a look up here, we have the concentrated, that's going to be increased by like 5 mil. The Insectivore Sap and the powder, like I told you guys, are going to be capped out at, or I don't know if they're going to be capped out or if they're going to start out at the 200k and move from there, you know, up or down. And then hard hide and the fine hard hides are going to get an update too, so they're going to be like what, 10 at least almost 11k more. And your fine hard hide is going up by like 300, 400, which is not bad. The organic fertilizer up by like 10, maybe 9k, which is not too bad, I guess, if that's something that you guys like to go ahead and craft up. But yeah, that's what I'm going ahead and getting everything together for. And it does not say anything about how oh, okay, so the upper limit. The upper limit is going to go for a max of 200k, so I can definitely see the prices sky fucking rocketing as soon as the patch goes live and people start going ahead and trying to make their money going out there and gathering. So I'm going to I'm gonna look at the prices and judge accordingly before I go ahead and list it, but that's just an idea of what and all is going on tomorrow and why I'm going out and gathering for the Insectivore. See what else is going on tomorrow in terms of life skilling. Oh yeah, we're doing a change on, I guess, our running animation. Our running animation when capturing a horse, and the rope animation when using the rope. Nothing on any of the real shit that we need. Oh, at least we got our farming update tomorrow, okay? We get the chances of up to 3 of the moles procking at once. Not by much, but we at least get that one. I'm sold out on the Central Market. That's how they always are. People don't come out here and gather for it. I mean, do you want to take your time to gather for all this shit? No, you'd rather go out and gather the tree sap that you can go almost anywhere for. You'd go out and get the hides and shit that you have like 300, 400 of these mobs around for. Having to scour around looking for 1 or 2 in like this area or 1 over there, and maybe you have to run this direction, no one wants to go ahead and do that. Like, no one's out there gathering the shit to go ahead and sell it. So people go ahead, they put their pre-order in, they hope for the best, pray for the worst, and they expect nothing. Maybe occasionally they'll go ahead and get someone nice enough to sell them their shit, but usually no one wants to come out here and do the actual gathering for the items and shit. And that's why you'll always see them, you know, 100k pre-order. Why hasn't anyone that's like, what if 10 players go out there and they gather their 10k and they sell it on the market, they would instantly drop down that pre-order like amount and shit like that, and people don't. And then more pre-orders go in and more people aren't gathering, and then next thing you know, you have like 800k pre-orders, and maybe one person will fill out 5,000, and another person will put in another 5k, and then another person will put in another 5k as soon as someone went ahead and sold it, and you're right back where you started. Like, that's the situation that most of the materials are in, especially over there in EU. Like, when you have so many people going out there and life skilling and shit, you know, yeah, you're gonna have your market flooded, and no one wants to go out there and gather for shit if you're not really making money with it, right? Like, are you to go out and gather for like a 400 silver item? Hell no. Where on NA or EU? I'm curious. Said green coral? Oh yeah, like, look at that. You know, one person can go ahead and fill that out. Why? Why they don't? Like, simple, but no one rather go out there and gather for it because the process is more fucking annoying to gather for it. Like, nah, I'd rather not. I'll pass. Yeah, that's why I went ahead and looked like I figured. But like, yeah, like, do you want to go out there and gather for it? Fuck no. I don't want to gather for it. I need the shit, and I'm not even gonna want to go out and gather for it. I got the gems and everything. It's just the actual coral that is the harder part. You know, that's the aspect that I fail on miserably, and they nerfed the Aqualizai coral gathering area, so that's a huge bummer. I have to go this way. Or not. I already do. Yeah, did that. Yeah, fucking miserable. That's why there's so many pre-orders and yet no one's out there and gathering for it. We can fill that pre-order like it's nothing. And yet it's so fucking miserable. You don't want to go ahead and fill it out. Nah, fuck that. If I'm gonna go out there and gather for it, I'm gonna gather it for myself, and everyone can go out there and do it themselves. And now we have pre-order on pre-order, pre-order, and the value does not justify the annoyance of having to go out and gather for it. Like, I'm glad that they're increasing the price that, you know, we're gonna be making out here. Like, even though I'm pretty much made a decent amount of money now, it's just I could have made so much more money for the time and the effort that I'm taking right now. Eventually, Coral will go and get their update. Maybe we might get an update to underwater gathering or something, but for the most part, like, they made sure that the sea monster hunting would get you more of the underwater gathering materials than actually underwater gathering, which is kind of unfortunate. In crafting an underwater breeding set? Hell yeah. You always have to have one. I even have the crystals on hand just in case I want to jump down and do some underwater gathering. You never know. Whoops. Like, why did not whole stack move out? All right, so for the hour that we've been out here gathering, we've got 4.7k because I've been floundering around, but that will make me today 425.9 mil. But if we wait and hold it off tomorrow, that should increase to at least a bill, or at least almost a bill. What's up, homegrown? How you doing? But we're not done gathering. Oh, and I have to check my wagon workshop. I decided to switch off to do the other sections of the wagon, and then we're gonna switch back on to the images. So let's get that dealt with, and I'm pretty sure get all of those trade crates moved over, and head over to Grana. Okay, cool. Still working. Still working. Did a run, and now for some games. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah. My wife is working, and I got a nice fresh cup of coffee. Storming outside. I think it stopped for the moment, but pretty much raining. Thought it'd be a nice day to come out here and do our gathering before the update tomorrow. Get ready. For us, we've gotten rain almost every day this week. I was kind of hoping for one day that it wouldn't be rainy and fucking hot as shit, but summertime, you can't really argue with much, right? At least we got the rain to cool it down a little bit. I can do it. What's our energy at? 455. Yeah, we good. I don't see me running out of too much energy out here doing this because of just how few and far they are in between each other. Double check, make sure. Oh yeah. How close am I to 87.20 for Guru 16? And I'm not really running any type of like overpowered life experience boost and shit like that. But that's exactly why I'm trying to build my alt gear, just so that I can switch off to them if I'm going to do some AFK and still get back that little bit of power levelingness, you know? Might have to change already. Maybe. Not yet. Getting there. Should be one more. Not mistaken. I might be mistaken. Yeah, I think I am. Alright, well, I tried. Switch off. Not bad for the first little hour that we did. Turn on that AC for a moment. It's gonna get loud in the background. I do apologize. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? That's where I am. Keep an eye on those. I need 4 more. 4 more and I can get them made, or if I hold off, I can wait to get the box, and I don't know. I might wait to do the box so I can do another pre-on attempt. I'm not exactly sure. I just know that I want the crons. I need the crons, and I don't want to pay for them. I really hate paying for cron stones, but you know how it be. I don't got the means to swipe a fucking credit card to get my crons, so as I get them, or if I get the money, I guess the silver, I'm gonna have to cough it up. But I want to at least try to alleviate one of my taps. And hopefully use the actual crons this time and not try to raw dog this shit thinking I'm a goddamn hero. Okay, what do we have? 670. I need to try to speed this up a little bit more. My only issue is I get lost and or I don't exactly remember where the fuck all of the insectivore plants are. Oh man. Okay, so they just announced Grounded 2. I'm kind of excited for it. I used to play the first one. And RimWorld also is getting an update, so all of the mod lists and shit that I had put together is now null and void, and I was just getting my medieval packs all set up and shit. But their expansion is also coming out, or DLC, or whatever the fuck they want to call it. Fun times. Have you guys been playing the Dune Awakening, or have you guys like wanted to try it out? I'm still kind of on the fence if I want to try it or if I want to just hold off and wait. Like, I bought Age of Conan, like, or Conan Exiles or whatever when it first came out, like early access. I don't know if I want to do that shit again. Oh no, it's a Funcom product. Where? Okay, not there. Okay, had to double check. Don't judge me. I never claimed to be intelligent. Come on. Come on. Hurry up. Run quicker. We have to get more. Check. Pop that. And before I forget to do shit, Make sure we have that. I'll probably have to craft up more of those. Because that little motherfucker, he doesn't do his job right all the time, Aegis, alright? He's a lazy one. I told him that if I catch him sleeping one more fucking time, that I'm like unemploying his ass and his family is gonna have to find a new lodging because I'm selling lodging. I don't play with that shit. It's either you work and do what I need, or I will replace you with like AI or something. I'll replace them with a goblin. I hear they work quicker and eat less food. I can cut their rations down in half, you know? And I'm pretty sure that is my, yeah. Dude from the tree sub, or going to the tree sub. Either, no. That'd be this guy right down here. Uh-huh, a giant. I can always tell who's who by, you know, which road they're on because that connects to whatever material. And yeah, no, I told his ass, like, him and his family are gonna have to find a new lodging because if he doesn't come back with the right amount of materials at the right amount of time, because I catch him sleeping one more fucking time, I'm selling the lodging. And he's lucky I even fed him this time. Like, he's even lucky I had the food to feed him. I did my cooking this week, so he's lucky. There we go. I'm like, which one? I'm just fucking dumb. I'm making the money. Making a lot more money now that the mastery changes and everything. The last time I was out here was, oh man, let me find out. Yeah, the last time I was out here twice was in November 22 and May 22. So it's been a couple of years since I've been out here to gather our Insectivore. I think it's only fitting that we come back out after it's been such a long time, especially with the update coming out tomorrow on it. Yeah, no one can be bothered to come out here and do this shit because it's so annoying. Like, would you rather go out and gather the same amount of money in less time because there's more material, or would you rather come out here and gather these that are in a different area, change of environment, and makes you less money? You're like, nah, fuck that shit. Give me the quicker money right now. So virtually no one comes out here. Every so often you'll find someone, but they're mainly trying to gather it for their PvPing. And that's usually the only time. And I think I've seen evil do us harm over here once. I think that's a creator that I've seen over here, but that's very, very extremely rare. Yeah, people would rather mob grind naked than come out here to get this shit. They'd rather mob grind naked in a level 10 mob grinding area than come out here and Insectivore gather. Which, again, I can't blame them. You know, I'm not getting any of the black gem fragments. I'm not getting any of the really, really good drops. And if I do get a good drop, it's usually very rare. So tomorrow after the update, let's show you an example of the pricing. I'm just gathering it to sell. So far, currently, right now, if I was to sell it, I would make 425.9 mil. But after the update tomorrow, I want to say the max price that these are going up to is going to be 200K, meaning you have a chance of making at least $1 billion for maybe an hour, 2 hours of work. These are normally used for the traps, which need the herbal poisons and the herbal powders. Let me show you how to make them. You go into the crafting log, type out herbal. You can check here, yeah, the herbal gunpowder, which needs the Insectivore powder, and powder of darkness, the herbal poison, which needs the Insectivore sap and the amida mushroom. These are used to make all of the flashbang, fire shot, poison shot, flare, cannonball, flame cannonball, practice cannonball, bomb, stun trap, flame trap, venom trap, ankle trap. And then these ones are also used for the poison and the venom trap. So, you know, they're used for PvP. I'm not personally using them. I'm waiting to go ahead and sell them tomorrow. But yeah, that's currently why I'm out here. And it has been apparently 3 years since I've been out here gathering for it, so I want to check out just how much I can make with all of the mastery changes and all of the updates to the gear and all of my upgrades that I've done. I mean, yes and no. Yes and no. I mean, it's mainly going by your region, and if people are doing the PvP, if they're wanting to do it, it's good money regardless. I mean, it'll be even more money if, like, well, yeah, it's goodish. Like, you're printing out money. That's all you're doing. You don't have to do anything extra. You know, you leave the crafting for everyone else. You just list it up on the auction, the central market, and you call it a day. It's just a little bit of increase on the price would make it better, which is what they're doing tomorrow. You know, at least pay me for a little bit of the suffering that I'm doing out here for it. That's all. Like the coral. If the coral will go ahead and get their values increased just a little bit, you know, it'd feel a little bit better to go out there and make myself suffer just to gather the resource. Yeah, I've done my everlasting herb gathering. Like, that one, I'm glad that they did the change for, like, the values and shit. I just, personally, I don't like to have to go out there and do it. I'm kind of running low, 3.5K. I've been using them for alchemy projects and things like that. I had to make more of my Vidir drafts, which used up a lot of the everlasting, and then my title drafts, once I go ahead and get more of the Essence of Tides from the fishing contest, I can go ahead and make up some more, which is going to use up more of the everlasting herbs, which is going to put me back into the whole needing more. Yeah, never again. But yet, if you do take the time out, you know, you can get a little bit of money back for it. It's just, I would prefer them to increase the values or something just a little bit more, so I'm not just hating my life more and more going out there and trying to get any of the coral. You know, at this point, I'd rather wait for my fisher sack to open it up and get the coral like that. Like, fuck it. But that's just me personally. I know everyone is different. I have all of my things made up for my underwater gathering. Oh, and speaking of underwater gathering, like I told you guys earlier, I re-rolled my one of my fairy skills, and I replaced that damn stupid resurrection with the feathery steps. I got lucky enough to at least get 2. I mean, I'm not going for the 4 or anything. I at least got that. Now, if I want to go ahead and re-roll my fairy and try with a different fairy, you know, I can go ahead and do that. But I at least got this little bastard here set up and, you know, ready for all of my life skilling needs. like my basic life skilling needs without having to be all pay to win. Yeah, if you have any workers on the Fisher nodes, like over here or in Velia or anything like that, they have a chance of giving the sacks if you have a human on them, or if you have higher luck on the giants or the goblins. I prefer to use the goblins over there on those nodes and having the giants over on the worker sack, or like the the fishing workshop, so that I can go ahead and take the time out to, I guess, do slower crating while the goblins try their luck at the faster fishing because of how long it takes for them. The fish, what I do with the fish is come over here to the fish workshop. I like to package them up. Oops, nope, don't cancel that. Yeah, I usually like to go ahead and package them up, which we need more of the John Dory. And then these will go ahead and get shipped out to over in the Land of the Morning Light too. Yeah, just stocking them up, and I will go ahead and use them once I get enough contribution for getting the fish factory over there in Velia. I will transport all, or get all of my octopus over there. Usually junk, but hey, until you hit Guru 20, everything is needed, or all the junk is needed, right? Yeah, the fish are normally just straight junk now because of how the values and everything has changed. Fish has like taken a huge nosedive. You go ahead and check out something real fast for you guys, and I will show you what I mean, because I know how you guys want to min-max, but or curious on my min-maxing. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, let's go ahead, get this set up, and we'll move this over here. No point in making Medea meals from fish. That I don't know. You'd have to look on bdolytics.com, change it to your region, and find out if it's going to be worth, doing it for yourself. I can't exactly tell you how or which ones you should be doing. I can only tell you which ones that I'm doing. And let me go ahead and show you guys. Let's get this calculator up here. All right, so which one was I looking for? Oh yeah, fish. Let's go with the package John Dory. Oh, they have no data on it. Yeah, they got no data. None available. None available. Never mind. You're talking about the gear bag that I have? You're talking about these down here? The Marco's gear bags? These are bought from the Pearl Shop. Usually any and all bags that you can get can be bought from the Pearl Shop going into the miscellaneous. You got the Marco's gear bag that can be bought right here. That's what holds all of my gear for my combat. And then you have bags like, if you go to the Travel Aid, I think it's Travel Aid. Yeah, the Travel Aid has things like, no, function. I'm just dumb as shit. Because it's just sold out. Yeah, you got the sealed Clarence bag with the 16 slots. You can get 2 of those, and you can get 1 of the 8-slot bags. So those might be the bags that you're talking about. But that makes it easier for me to go ahead and just instantly switch off my gear without having to really click much of anything, as you can see there. And then you just put it on your little hotbar and whatever buttons you press. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Now I'm set up for all of my combat needs. And now it's right back to our life scaling. Yeah, like I was saying about the Medea meals, you'd have to check your region and make sure, like, the material costs and all that, the dishes and blah, 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 like, maybe it might be profitable, maybe it might not be. I know over here on NA, I don't think it is. Yeah, you can get that in the Pearl shop, the Marco's gear bag. Yeah, I'm using the Marco's gear bag. The ones from the free is probably the Patrigo's apparel bags, which are these right here. They hold your costume, so you can just switch off, like... See. Gotta find where my shit is. Knappe, Knappe. Okay, cool. Don't need it. Yeah, only costumes and outfits. And for me, I kind of need them because I kind of have way, way too many. I don't actually like how they keep increasing prices of money, losing its value. 1.6 trillion for a +5 god. God, they could cut the values and drops. Yeah, well, they could have done a lot of things, Volo. They could do a lot of things to increase longevity, and it's taking them years to go ahead and figure things out. So all we can do is wait, hope, and pray they don't accidentally kill some little feature of the game with another little feature. Yeah, you can swap both your costume and your gear at a little button. Like I said, I have little quick slots and everything that you can put your bag in, but just to show you, to give you an example, throw a random costume over here. See? That's obviously if you wanted to. Looking to the fish, yeah, 5 noons out there for years with the intention to make meals, haven't touched the fish. I use it for the good feed, like personally, and if anything, fish steak. Fish steaks can make you a decent amount of money for the price that the dried fish are for. Just a little heads up if you're trying to make some money with cooking and you need a reason to use the fish, or you have a lot of fish and just trying to get rid of them. At least on NA. I don't know about any other region. Yeah, it's how I've been getting rid of a lot of my sorrel. It won't make you a lot, like, you know, like if you were to sell the Valencia meals, for example, like how the huge values like that, but you know, all of those prerequisite dishes and everything. But for the amount of the fish steak, like, you're probably looking at 75% profit because of how inexpensive the fish are. I just prefer to use the John Dory Momo and the Stigna Dodd for my actual crating, and the flying fish or whatever from the nodes for, you know, just like the trash crates, trying to level up my trading a little bit higher. Yeah, make that up into the stupid fish steak or the good feed. No, either or. Yeah, I have 60K now, I think. No, I have 58K now. I forgot, like I told you, I've been making the fish steak to go ahead and sell it. They're like 2.5K each over here on NA. And if you're looking at the fish steak, which I don't think I have any more in here. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, see? 5.3 for just the green, and usually like usually same amount for the blue grade fish. But yeah, those can also be used for the Balanos meals too if you're trying to do something extra with them. You know, if you're trying to make up your little Balanos meals. The meat croquet, the smoked fish steak, stir-fried vegetables, and the beer. Oh, and the cheese gratin. So that's another little thing. That's why I got the fish workshops in the original like beginning. You know, I wanted to make the Balanos meals because the seafood cross meal wasn't exactly a thing back then. But after the seafood cross meal, I was like, oh man, I need to go ahead and really get the Balanos meals and all the other meals made up and all that shit. And then they introduced the easier way to where you didn't have to do the Margorian, and the Oasis vendor came out and didn't have to buy any seafoods. And after a while, the price of the seafood prawns meal became so fucking low that you're not breaking an arm and a leg just to go out and get your meal. So I just stopped focusing on making any of the Balanos meals. Like, it's gotten to the point where I'll even go out and I'll buy the Balanos meals because they're so inexpensive, and I can still cover the cost on just doing a little bit extra out there with my life skilling. Like any session I do, okay, you know, I got to make 25 more extra, or 25 mil extra just to cover the cost of the stack of the seafood prawns meal that I bought for the week. Boom. You know, I'll go out there the next day. Okay, cover that 25. So after a while, you've covered that cost like a couple times over, and it's no longer even a thought. Like, once I lose my value pack and all of the little extra subs and everything, I know that I'm gonna have to do at least 4 to 5 more percent extra than what someone that has all of their buffs will have to do. You know, and that's just to make at least around the same amount of money. So instead of doing the 10K, I'd have to do like 12K. It's a small price to pay, but I'd rather not have to pay the 40 every fucking month. That's too much. Most games are like 15. Yeah, okay, come on in, man. 14, 12. Yeah, man, come on in. But fucking 40 a month? No. I'll pass. I'll be a free ass over here. Change channels, Califion 5. Find out how the life is doing. Oh, that's funny. Sorry, answering the wife's Snapchat. Showing me her job right now. Okay, where the fuck am I? Where am I? Okay, there we are. There we are. Got a little confused on which direction I was supposed to be running. It happens a lot. Yeah, it's not too bad of a time out here. It's mainly more annoying if you don't know where the plants are, but as you can see, once you have like a better idea of where they are, it's not too shabby. We did 4.7K in the 1 hour. I don't think I'm gonna match that, but that's fine. As long as I get the 10K today, I should be good to go tomorrow. It'll be just money on money on money. Then I still have to go finish training my Imperial Steed over there in Duvenkroon, which is another thing I have to get done. My trainer gear. I kind of want to get her shit built up so I can just switch off to the AFK training on her and not have to worry about running all the way over to a well to jump in and run all the way to the stable and all that shit on my Shai. I can just switch off and go, and don't tell me anything about, you know, throwing everything into a bag and storing it. I don't want to hear shit about a bag. If I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, let me show you. Let me show you. Gear bag. You're not gonna go in? Oh, there's still items in the bag. Damn, it's almost like even though I have shit stored in the bag, I can't just instantly trade it off or store it or anything to move all of it, so I still need 12 motherfucking goddamn maids. That's why I hate when people tell me, oh, well, why don't you just use a bag? Okay, the bag is fine, but how do I get the gear, all the gear onto my alt and everything if I don't have the maids and I'm trying to prevent myself from having to run all the way back to the goddamn town? Like, you tell me. Like, how does that save the time? Oh, well, just use a bag. What? That's like telling me to go ahead and trade my crates to stock them all on my horse and jump into the fucking well. What about my horse? Well, you wanted to, you know, get over there real quick, right? But what about my crates? Oh, you wanted the crates too? Like, you were kind of hoping at some point they'll just put our pre-owned mana stuff in our shared deal. That defeats the whole. That defeats the point of a whole lot of shit. A whole lot of shit. I don't know. That's just a little bit too much on the shared gear and all that. I don't know. At that point, why even have different gear? You know, you just might as well have just combat and life skilling at that point. You know, just dumb it down and make it more casual. Like, if that's the point, like if we're just gonna make everything shared, like what's the point of even having the different weapons and all that, right? Or the different accessories and shit. Like, fuck it, just have a life skill accessory and life skill or mob grinding accessory. Like, literally just dumb it down to that, make it simple for everyone. Yeah, did you get the new life skill ring? Yeah, I got my life skill ring up to pen. Yeah. I gotta tap up my mob grinding, my mob grind chest. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Oh, I think that's called unification, simplification. You know how they're good with that shit. Nah, it's all right. I'd rather have the different gears and all that. I personally didn't want the shared tools and all that, but it is what it is. We already have it and all. They did a poor rendition at it. And I fear as though, like, if we ask them for it, we're gonna get a bad rendition of it. Like, I'd rather not even ask for it. Like, it's like your basic little protest. The more you ask for something, when you finally get it, you'll realize you really don't want the version that you get. Like, it's okay. I know better. We asked for the share life skill, or yeah, the shared life skill tools and shit like that. And this version that we got, we've made fun of them. the whole entire time because they could have added this, or they could have did that, and why didn't they do this and shit. Like, come on. Like, they dropped the ball on it. So at this point, no. If they figure something out on their own, they figure something else out on their own, I am not putting any type of feedback in there. It just makes me look embarrassing. Like, if I add the if I ask for anything, or I advocate for anything, and they finally change it, and the change is like so fucking bad. Nah, it's okay. I don't want to be the guy that fought for that change and the change killed the goddamn game. Fuck that. Nah. If it happens, it happens. If not, well, it'd be a great idea, right? Burn through that, make a lot of the meals. Yeah, like, if anything, just sell them straight on the central market. You know, make the Balanos meals if you want the added experience or something. But, like, personally, the crates are not really worth taking the time out to go ahead and do anything with anymore. They used to be a nice little gimmick, but with all of the master changes, the gear, and just how the BDO economy is, like, it's not even worth it. It's okay. I'll pass. If I have the fish to go ahead and get them started, I'll go ahead and get them started, but I'm not going to go out of my way to try to supply them. I'm not going to go out of my way to get the contribution to get the extra workers or blah blah blah. Like, I did what I could. Now I'm even considering refunding the nodes that I have out over there, because I don't think I want all of the contribution on fish that is not going to make me any money, even in the slightest. Even if I hit Guru, like, even if I'm at Guru 20, I don't think I'm going to be able to make enough money to compensate the fish or the value. But I don't know, I could be wrong. I could have to actually sit down and take a look at it with the calculator and see, like, you know, just because the spreadsheet doesn't have anything, like, because I'm too lazy to actually count, like, there could be something there. You know, maybe someone else will know, like, maybe someone will have calculated it or have tried it previously or anything of the such. But, like, for me personally, I think I'm going to have to sit down and calculate whether or not it's going to be worth making, how much of a loss it's going to be, like, if I don't have my value pack, you know, X, Y, and Z. I think I can change. No, I have to go over here before I do anything. Let's not get sidetracked. Yeah, we got to come down this way. My dumbass will switch channels and lose out on probably 4 the Insectivore, which could be, like, possibly 600 if I get the minigame. Good thing I said possibly. Should be the last. Nope, right there. That's the last one over here. Then there should be 3 over there. Well, technically 5, but I think I've already gathered them. One. There goes 2. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Almost up the hill, almost up the hill. Cool. We are back on track. I can change channels up over here. Then we're about to hit another hour. We'll find out how much we've made in 10 more minutes. Let me check my time. Oof. Yeah, and I think after we will go ahead and see what we can craft up in terms of our manas. Hopefully we'll have our full 10k ready for tomorrow. If not, then I'll go ahead and gather some more for tomorrow just to go ahead and show you guys the price changes and everything. I think my wife is opening tomorrow, so it might be an early morning. Might not be. I'm not exactly sure until she gets home, but I'll keep the little community tab updated. You know, the usual. I've been keeping up on it. Like, what the fuck is he doing over there? Doing Willoughby. Come on, hurry up, hurry up. I want to see how much money we can make. We got 9 more minutes. I smell another pen tap today. I'm not going to be able to do that. What I'm currently doing is I'm making extra gear for my alts. I'm not actually tapping up this until I have the Cron stones for it, but I don't have the money for that yet, so I'm going to be building alt gear. Currently, I have so far I have 1 necklace and 1 of the base Prion. You know, just for that extra plus 5% experience for, you know, using it, and then whatever the item has. I'm just trying to get the normal little base. I'm not trying to do anything higher than that, just to, you know, because Logia is considered, you know, lower end now, like extremely lower end. The try is not going to be like manageable anymore. I kind of want to go for a little bit higher. So, you know, I got the materials together for it. I might as well. It's not like I'm going ahead and spending money. I know a lot of people have a huge gripe about not spending money and just tapping shit up to tap it up, but you know, if I keep my 4 point whatever builder in my central market, I don't see what the issue is going ahead and doing it just for funsies, right? At least in my head, I don't see the issue of just tapping up Prion gear just for the fun of it. It's not for everyone. I mean, I don't expect everyone to be able to go ahead and do that shit willy-nilly, but if I have the materials, I might as well. Where the fuck do you think you're going? You better be fucking working. Better not be going to that witch's fucking house again, you... Ooh, I can't stand you. Let me find out. Fucking workers out here. That's why I don't feed them. That's why I refuse to feed those little motherfuckers. Like, nah. It ain't happening. We're trying for at least a Tri-Manos ring. At least 1 Tri-Manos ring. That's our goal. I get that. I can get a base Prion, switch it over to my wizard, switch the ring off to an alt, and try our luck at trying to get another one. We get another one, we can switch off the Flamoros to another alt, and then, you know, continue trying like that. Once we get all of my wizard in full Prion, we will switch off, start getting the alt that I switched off everything else to, you know, made up into Prion too. All of my cooking and my alchemy is done over there in Olivia and in the Land of the Morning Light sometimes if I'm in my manor. Like if I really want to make myself seem a little snazzy, like I'm a high real estate broker, like I like to go over there, but mainly over in Olivia. When I didn't really care about the contribution, I would do all of my cooking over here in the Northern Wheat Plantation, and I used to do all of my alchemy over here. But to cut down on the contribution costs and everything that I have, like that I'm putting out, I only will do all of my alchemy and my cooking over here now. Just cutting it down, and then, you know, I have my manor for all of my furniture, and you know, every so often I'll go and switch, put my little container in my house, my manor, and just cook over there or do the alchemy. But you can only do that if you have the storage container. If not, you're gonna have a harder fucking time. Do 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 do. 5 more minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna get lucky on manas today, but we trying. The fuck? Where the fuck? The contribution one. Yeah, how to build your worker empire fast. Yeah, it's the contribution one, fam. I realized people would get the wrong impression, you know, thinking that it would be the using your contribution points and everything, not, you know, just getting the contribution. So I had to go ahead and change the name and everything. So I know everyone expects me to go ahead and post up my worker empire and everything. Yes, I don't know if I even want to bother. I mean, Blue just came out with his and all 2-hour video, and yeah, it's all right. Where am I? Okay. Figure out minimap. Use your minimap, dumbass. Use your fucking minimap. There it is. Yep. Alrighty then. All right. We'll try our luck with the 3 more minutes of our gathering, and hopefully we can make a decent amount of money. And of course, we're going to be waiting for tomorrow to sell anything. You've just been throwing workers out there according to the workmen and hoping for the best. Yeah, pretty much. That's all you can do. If you're trying to do the whole min-maxing route and all, yeah. But I personally will just tell everyone to go ahead and get the nodes that they think is more important for them. I mean, I can tell them to go ahead and get this and this and that, but if they're trying to get their Valencia meals or whatever, and I don't tell you to get those nodes, you kind of fucked yourself, right? I mean, what my empire may hold more important, or what my empire hold importance in may not be the same thing that you're going to be. So like, I can't exactly go ahead and tell you, yeah, get this node and that node and this node. Like, I can't. I'm sure everyone else can and all. I just can't go ahead and tell you that, especially when, you know, this node or that node. Oh yeah, it's great if you have the money to go ahead and buy this lodging or that storage and blah blah blah, because without it you'll have to make the sacrifice. The thing is, yeah, you have to worry about your region, you have to worry about the your trade level, your bargaining. Like, so many things go into it and all this dumb shit. Like yeah, I can, as much as I would love to make a little worker node guide and all this dumb shit, like, I really can't exactly tell you you need to go for this node right here, you need to go for that node right there. Like, here's the nodes that I have, you know, here's what I'm using. Yeah, no, I'm talking about why I'm not making a worker guide, like a worker empire guide on which nodes that you should be investing in and blah blah blah. Like, to be honest, you should be investing in all the nodes, but I don't see anyone with all the contribution points to go ahead and get every single node in the whole entire game. You know, if you really wanted to get into it, like, I mean, you shouldn't be renting any of the lodging or any of the storages or anything like that. You should be like swiping your card and doing all that. I mean, if people really wanted me to recommend, like, nah, it's all right. Like, that's why I'm not touching it. Like, there's so much that goes into, you know, getting worker empires to how everyone would recommend it. Like, it's not even worth it. At a certain point, like, you're putting out more money than what it's really fucking worth. Like, it's okay. If you have the money and everything, sure, like, fall down that rabbit hole. I mean, shit, if you really want to get technical ammo, like, you can just get any node in the game and just sell off the materials. It's all profit anyway. Doesn't matter what you're having your workers going out there and gathering, it's all just profit. If you do not have to do any type of processing for it and all that dumb shit, you are just going out and printing out money. Whether or not you can sell it right then and there and be able to move your product, hey, that's up to you. But technically, everything will make you money. Yeah, you can try. Yep. Come on, come on, come back. Come back, come back. Am I back? Am I back? I should be back, right? Am I back? Dear fuck. We're having a thunderstorm currently right now. I don't know if you guys were able to hear that in the background earlier. But yeah, like, I was just saying, like, I'm not going to make a guide on it. Like, me personally, there's enough people out there to go ahead and, like, show how to min-max it and everything, and people just want to know how to get the most profit and all, and I'm not going through it. And in order to do a lot of the nodes and get the profit, you have to go ahead and put in the money for the lodging and the extra storage, or you're going to make the sacrifice and all that. And there's just so much, too many variables, and I just really don't want to get into it. That's why I can't really get into the whole min-maxing aspects of the game. Like, there's so many things that go into it that I personally, I can't be bothered, you know, trying to go into it. Like, I'll dip my toes, try to like recommend things, but you know, people always complain, well, that's not a beginner. That doesn't help out beginners, and how is this meant for beginner? So, you know, now I tend to dumb it down for the community, since, you know, beginners don't really understand that, you know, pearl items and certain things have to go into certain things in order to do certain things, even though you tell them that is the case and shit like that. So, you know, now I just shy away from it. All pun intended. Like I said, there are way more than enough creators out there showing you how to min-max your game and play by the spreadsheets and all that. I just play for fun. I will take the nodes that I seem like I'm gonna need for my own empire. Like, you guys are over there trying to get this for the Valencia meals and blah blah blah, and yeah, no, fuck that shit. I don't do Valencia meals. I don't do any of those meals. Oh. Okay, so technically this should be a whole nother hour. So we'll go ahead and find out how much we've made. Let me make sure my settings are still enabled. Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll go ahead and find out if it is around the same amount. Yeah, pretty much same amount of money. But for the 2 hours, we have made a grand total of, if we were to sell it right now, 856.3 mil. But I think I'm going to go ahead and gather the last 500 that I have, or that I'll need here, so I can further increase how much money that I'll be making tomorrow. Yeah, 425 mil per hour, because I got a little bit over that on this last one to show you. 4768. 4768, where are you? 4768. So yeah, around 425 mil per hour, and that's before the update that comes out tomorrow. That's going to increase it up to the 200k. So, you know, that is something that we can go ahead and look forward to. And I'm going to go and take a screenshot of it tomorrow, or I'll probably even do it live to show you guys just how much it is, depending on the price, and if, like, we have to deal with the whole, like, 200k at the start, or has a chance of hitting up to 200k, you know? Because I can guarantee if the price hits anywhere up to 200k, like I was explaining to everyone, we have a shot at making at least up to 1.7 bill. Which is why I'm not selling anything right now. I'm waiting. I gotta wait for tomorrow. And just keep watching that the price. If it'll go up and get towards 200k, then I'll go ahead and sell it. But if it's not going to, I'm gonna hold off and I'll wait. Double check over here before I change channels. Yep. Let's change channels again, because like I said, I need the 500 for tomorrow. The 500 should put me at the 10k. 10k should be 1.7. And that'll be an easy 1.7 bill that I made today, and we will just have to collect it tomorrow, meaning we'll have to make a whole another bill for tomorrow and go from there. Try to keep it 1 bill a day, minimum. If you can keep your earnings down to at least, or up to at least 1 bill minimum, you're pretty much able to do a lot of your enhancing and all the fun shit in the game. Like, that way you can go ahead and try to increase it up to 2 bill, 3 bill. But as long as you have that minimum of 1 bill per day, that's 7 bill a week, you know? That's more than what most players are getting. Unless you're a mob grinder, then that's like, what, 7 hours? 2 hours if you're lucky. 1 hour if you're even luckier. And then for the very, very few tiny, like, select content creators, like 30 minutes. Your first rotation out there in the zone. Not me, but, you know, there's others out there that can go ahead and do some shit like that. I have yet to find my ginseng. No shade. Just stating the obvious. We've been out here for almost the whole duration of this event and a little bit longer. Yeah, if I life skill all day, like if I actually do life skilling all day, I can come out with 2 to 3 bill, depending. Yesterday, I kind of made 12 bill, and that's only because I made my Prion necklace and my my belt, and it was pretty much the belt was a one shot, and then the what's it called, the necklace, I broke 2 of them before one of them actually went to try. I crafted up 4, lost 3. One got, you know, one actually went up to try, and that's the one I was able to go ahead and use. That's why I'm like hoping for just 1 ring. If I can get just 1, you know, that'll be good to go for my wizard. Sold 7 artisans from Olivia. Nice. How much do they come out to? Like each of them? I don't remember where I'm going. Do 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 do. How many more? Okay, so 60 more, and then I'll go ahead, auto path to probably the well, or probably just all the way out to Velia, get a drink, and go from there. 100 mil. Better notes to get. True, true. The only reason why I have my workers out there in Olivia still is because I have the lodging bought. I don't have any of it rented, so yeah, I have to get the contribution to re-rent my grape node, but I normally go ahead and get it. Yeah, I'll normally have that node too. Not so much the olive, but usually the grape. And yeah, that's why I'm not going ahead and renting any of the lodging. I'm saving the contribution. I was like, fuck it, I'll go ahead, buy the 3 lodging from the, or 2 lodging from the Pearl Shop, get the 1 from the Loyalty, call it a day there, boom. Get the max storage for, you know, now I don't have to worry about having to rent any of the storage. I can just get the house and boom, I'm good to go. Olivia is now solved. Max storage. I got 4 workers, even though you probably won't even need it. Yeah, exactly. I would basically be at 1 out of 4, or let me actually check. Yeah. I'd be 1 out of 4 if I went ahead and sold them. I don't have anything to sell over there. I don't rent anything but my house. That's all I have for Olivia. But that's what I mean about, like, I don't really want to go into, like, node guides and, or my worker empire and shit like that, because mine is extremely pay to win. Well, not extremely. Mine's decently pay to win. Especially, you know, depending on the area. Like, I'm slowly getting Valencia made up. Like, very, very slowly. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 factories over here. So far. So far. Once I get the lodging and more storage, I will go ahead and get more of the workshops, but I wanted to get at least all of the storage done. And then I don't think it was Elton. Elton has a pretty good amount of the storage for all of my extra foods, my dishes. And my Land of the Morning Light is just completely fucking pay to win. Like, when I mean, like, completely fucking pay to win, I have workshop, the 2 lodging here, and I have max lodging, or the max workers I can have over here in Dio. And then the storage that I have for it, not too much, because I went ahead and